Morning, Bill. How are you, man?
Good. Yeah, definitely don't pay attention to my tweets. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm willing to put up the 10K for Michael, but other than that, I'm done talking about the legal stuff because I've said my piece. It's how I feel, and you're not going to hear me talk about it in the coming days. So,
Well,
Thanks, Bill.
I tend to think you've been abundantly clear in talking with us. So, once again, appreciate your guidance.
you ever heard the saying, "Look a gift horse in the mouth," or "You don't know what you have till it's gone." I'm not going to sit here and state my opinion again and again and then get attacked for it. So you won't hear me be talking about legal anymore.
Hey, Pulte, just want to thank you. This is the first time I've talked while you're up here, or kind of situation. Loved everything that you've done for the community. You have gone more than above and beyond what you would be even expected, not even expected, but what people would hope you would do. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll reiterate that. You've said I have nothing for love but love for people that they're like, I don't know why they're saying this about Pulte. You're trying to unite all the communities, not only BBBY and GME, but other stocks that have been run into the ground by either their CEOs and shorters and all kinds of stuff. Our federal people that are supposed to protect us. So kudos to you, brother. I love you, man. Please keep that up and please help unite the division. Please continue that.
That's right, man. We're exposing crime. That's what we're doing.
We are, but greed and pride and ego and all this stuff. It's, in my opinion, it's why I'm being attacked for just giving my honest opinion. So I'm just gonna step back for a little bit, and I'll always be here. I'll always support, and I'll always try to unite everybody. But I'm sick of getting shit for helping people. It's like when I started Twitter philanthropy, I used to believe, the saying, no deed goes unpunished. And I quickly realized that literally you could give people free money and they would complain about it. And it's just human nature. And my saying began, or the saying in my head, I don't think it was worded right when it said no deed goes unpunished. The saying in my head started to become all deeds get punished. All deeds get punished. So, in my mind, it's like I'm kind of falling in the same trap that I did with Twitter philanthropy, and I just need to pick and choose who I help, and make sure that they're grateful because, it's one thing to help people, and I'm all about helping people, but if I'm going to get attacked for it, or if people are going to be complicit or allow attacks on me, then there's plenty of other places, as you guys can imagine, just like in your own lives. If you're getting treated that certain way, there's a lot of other things you can do with your life. In my case, it's true philanthropy, and it's not just some trolls on the internet that are attacking me that I'm helping. I mean, I'm helping people who, my saying with Twitter philanthropy is we try to help people who can't help themselves. And when somebody gets a cancer diagnosis that's terminal, or when somebody has some kind of degenerative disease, you know, uh, by the way, those people are always grateful because they don't have the luxuries of sitting behind a keyboard and complaining that, Pulte's giving his opinion based on his significant business experience, which, by the way, has been very successful, about what people should do legally. I mean, I just don't need to listen to that, and I don't need that in my life. It's just, I don't need it.
Ignore it, man. You work
You got to
so
ignore it.
damn hard.
You got to ignore it, but at the same time, you got to know your worth and know your value. And I've done a
That's
lot.
right,
I
dude.
put up,
Look at what you're doing for this world. You're
I
a
put up
great
over
fucking man.
I put up over $100,000, and people say for the event, and people on Reddit say, "Oh, Pulte's bragging about how much money I'm putting up." What are you talking about? I'm saying,
No, you're leading by example. You're showing people how to give. You're showing people how to do things to make it happen. You're being a leader by example, which is awesome. The reason you're being attacked for it is because you're leading and showing people the way. That's a huge threat, Bill. And I appreciate you leading that. But I would also encourage you, if you are under too much of attack, please don't stop doing the good. just take a step away from the spotlight until you get your energy back, and then start doing it again and rinse and repeat, brother.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to stop, to be clear. I'm just going to refocus on where I can have a high impact and where people are grateful and gracious. And there's many people in this community who are. But, again, it's a self-respect thing at some point, right? It's like, I don't know if any of you guys have kids, but it's like if you have a kid and you give the kid, $100, or that's a lot of money, but let's say you give them $10, and you give them another $10, and you give them another $10. All of a sudden, they start to get, the famous words, right? And as they start to get entitled, and you just can't keep giving the kid the money, and in the case of like a drug addict, you can't keep bailing out the drug addict, right? So again, I'm just saying I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on fighting, but I'm just going to reprioritize where my help is needed. And I've said my piece on the legal front. I'm done saying it. And if Michael needs help offline, I'm happy to do that. Of course, I have great respect for Michael. I think he's been nothing but a class act. I think his intent is 100% pure from everything I've observed, and that's what I'm going to do. So I just want to be clear. I'm not intimidated, or I'm not going away. I'm just going to reprioritize based on people like Michael who appreciate the $10,000. I mean, I literally got somebody saying, what are you doing throwing $10,000? $10,000 is nothing. Excuse me, that's $10,000 more than you're giving, you know? So I'm just saying, it's like, I'm not going to talk about it more than this. So
It is crystal clear what you're saying, and I hope everybody here really understands what he's saying. It is it's obvious, bro, guys.
So we should set up a good legal site, put all the DD on there and get it all ship shape, and then just send it off to a lawyer and then see what they think we should do. There's no like lawsuits or any of that stuff yet. It's just getting stuff organized.
Hey, I just got out of the shower. What did I miss?
Bill just gave a great explanation of what he's going to be doing moving forward and how he is finding his way to avoid the trolls.
I think Bill's essentially,
Or
certainly not to reward the trolls. I'm not going to reward bad behavior going forward. And it is my money. People can mock me and say, "Oh, it's only $10,000." Well, it's my $10,000. So, it's my own money. It's the same thing with Twitter philanthropy. I can do what I want with my own money, and I'm not going to give it to people who are ungrateful and who are going to then turn around and allow others to mock me or whatever. And that's not about anyone particular. It's just a general statement. It's a matter of self-respect.
The few points I had earlier, as far as anyone listening who feels jaded, I hope everyone can kind of hear some of the things he's saying. When you kind of walk around with that attitude, the ungrateful, the unappreciative, the unwillingness to recognize the generosity, someone's putting effort in to help you out. Like I am personally, like I have been feeling disappointed all morning. I don't want to be vindictive or whatever. I kind of do just want to shout "fuck you" to the world as far as the people who feel jaded. But overall, the feeling is just massive disappointment, and I'm sorry for those who take it to that extreme.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, it's even like this Atlanta event. It came from good intent, and I heard a lot of people said that they were from the Midwest and they couldn't afford. So I said, well, we'll do an event in Chicago. I don't care about the events. I mean, you think I actually need to go and write checks to do events? I'm trying to do my part to unite everybody and to try to take on a very corrupt and a very vicious system. And it's a lot of these trolls, in my opinion, and even, people internally who turn on each other and who are more interested in drama, that is the reason that the corrupt system is just kicking our ass, in my opinion. I mean, to me, it's like, why would anybody make fun of an event in Atlanta? I mean, they can make fun of it if you're a meltdowner and you're a loser, but this is positive progress. This is bringing people together. This is coming together in the physical world. This is trying to unite people just beyond an online movement. This is trying to get people to physically show up in the physical form. I mean, if you were in that room in Florida where we all were, I mean, there was something special about all being there in the physical form, human beings rallying together and saying, we're not going to take it anymore. And so it's just